All right, governments across the world are banning the popular social media app TikTok because they believe China is using it to spy on them. You know, the United States last week got one step closer to giving President Biden the power to end the app in this country. Okay, this is way crazy in and of itself. Now, first of all, I really do believe that they're doing a lot of bad things with the app. I do believe they're spying on us. Yeah. You know, there's 1,000 things that scare me about TikTok. But to say we're going to pass legislation that lets the President of the United States unilaterally decide, I'm going to ban it. Okay, now we're already banning TikTok in U.S. government offices, right?
Yeah.
Pick it up from there.
Yeah, this is terrifying, and it's moving forward at lightning pace right now. You've got Democrats and Republicans joining forces to say Biden needs to have the authority to be able to do this, or maybe, you know, the other reports say maybe we'll give the power to the Secretary of State. But either way, this opens the door for the next administration, whoever that may be, and it could be a very terrifying one, to say, oh, okay, well, we've got this power. I don't like Facebook. I'm going to ban Facebook. I don't like Yelp. Let's get rid of Yelp because they're using location services.
You are putting unchecked unilateral power in the hands of the president or whoever it is at the time to say, I don't like this, we're going to get rid of it. But don't you see the real problem here? This is such an unsophisticated approach to the problem. Yeah. First of all, I believe they're stealing our data all over the country. They're ripping stuff off from us left and right. Scientific data, military data, personal data, health data. I think the Chinese are just loading that up through TikTok. You know, there's pretty good data to show that's happening. Yeah. I get that. But there's other ways to deal with this besides this legislation that says, hey, we're going to create a new guy in charge. If he doesn't like what you're doing, he's going to end it.
Well, and you know, why would they think that TikTok is the only method that this is taking place? It's happening on Twitter. It's happening on Facebook. It's happening, you know, through Google. All of these social media outlets, if they were to ban TikTok, by the end of the week, we're going to have 20 apps that do the exact same thing right here available. That's the way this works. Yeah. So to target this one specific one, just because it is, you know, based out of China, it shows that we're operating not out of a genuine concern for our privacy data. We're doing it out of the xenophobic.
What's the difference? Okay, remember all the crazy MSNBC, Russia's coming. Why is the media not reacting the same here, the same in this situation when we know that it's going on? Look, I don't mind there being some regulation across the board. You can't, you know, there's equal protection argument. You can't center on them. You got to do it across the board. Second of all, the idea of we're going to put it in one person's hands to make that decision is crazy. It's ludicrous. It's like they've never taken a civics class when they wrote this. Here, but I will tell you this. You know, first of all, I'm kind of torn on this story because I think a lot of what's being said about what's happening through TikTok is absolutely true. It's not guesswork anymore. They have pretty good proof of it. Right. But here's what China says. I love this quote. It says, a U.S. ban on TikTok is a ban on our ability to export American culture and values to billion-plus people and to use our World Wide Web to tell the world about American culture. That's the Chinese answer to what's going on here. You think you buy that?
No, it's their way of sucking up like, but wait a minute, if you ban us, we can't tell everybody how awesome America is, and don't you want that?
How will they ever know about Honey Boo Boo, huh? You know, they'll miss all the opportunity to understand Honey Boo Boo quality social media. Crazy story.